Is this thing on? Hi everyone, this is Megan and welcome back. I blog at welcometothe.zoo.ca, and today I've got another home daycare question to answer from a home daycare provider that's just like you. This daycare provider asked, what's the best way to accept payments from your daycare parents? Now, only a few years ago, there were very limited number of ways to actually accept payment. So you could do it by cash or by check, and that was about it. There weren't too many other options. And so what most people did and what most providers did was to require cash, because with checks they take a few days to clear, and then there's the chance of them bouncing after that. Cash is just a much more secure way to make sure that you've gotten paid. Nowadays, however, there's a ton of other options. You can do things like PayPal, you can do email money transfer, you could do Square, which is a great option. Here in Canada, you can use it for tracking cash payments, check payments, any other kind of payments, but you can also use it to accept credit cards by swiping it. They send you a free card reader and everything. And actually, I have a deal for a free processing. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description below. It's another video that I have. Just click through and click on the link there, and you'll be able to get free processing, and so will I, which is great. So Square is a good option. From what I understand, in the States, you can also use Square to accept debit card payments. Don't quote me on that. I know for sure you can't do it here in Canada, but for those in the States, that's an awesome way to do it. Now, you could also use another card reader like PayPal here. Again, not available in Canada for us, but in the States, that might be an option. And there are a few other different card readers that you could use with various options and different price points as well. So you want to keep that in mind. The one thing I would recommend when accepting payments is to always make sure that you get your payment before you provide your care. So whether that means, requiring payment on the Friday night for the upcoming week, or even, your last option might be on Monday morning before the week of care. So if payment isn't received on Monday morning, then the child doesn't stay for care that day, that kind of thing. I think it's so important. Many daycare providers get into daycare requiring payment after the week of care or the month of care. And you know what? That's a lot of time and actually a lot of money that if you don't get paid for it, you end up being out of pocket a huge amount. So it's always a great idea to expect that payment up front. And with the options that are available now, there are so many great ways to actually get that money into your bank account. So yeah, check it out. I'd love to hear what your opinions are, how you accept payment. And I'd love to hear if anybody actually accepts checks anymore. I don't know. I don't write them very often, and I don't see them used very often, but do you accept them? And if so, what are your requirements? How do you make sure that they, are able to be cleared and all of that stuff without any parents taking advantage of you? Let me know in the comments section below. And hey, if you've got a question that you'd like to ask, leave that in the comment section below too, or email me at megan@welcometothe.zoo.ca. All right, I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.